making no apologies. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe, so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. So, SACP, I want us to cover this story. I saw it a few days ago, but because we were dealing with the documents, I don't think we actually had time. But now, I want us to get into this Gwede Mantase being removed from the committee, Central Committee, after missing a lot of meetings without an apology. It's quite interesting because Gwede Mantase say panje, but I was listening to a press briefing where Solim Sana we know that Solim Apaile, sorry, where they were saying we know that he's busy with ministerial positions, so we are giving him space and time. It sounds like beef to me. I don't know. It definitely sounds like beef to me. And there's a small clip that I actually want to attach before I get into the full story. I want to first attach that clip of Dr. Rose because Dr. Rose made a comment where he said Gwede Mantase was communist, like when it was not fashionable, when you could be unalived for being like a member. And part of me feels like he was sort of on Gwede's side. But I mean, they have not fired him. They've just removed him from the central. Anyway, Gwede behaves like he's an ANC member. I don't even think he cares that he's been removed from the central Tonton. I genuinely don't think he cares. So I want us to get into that story, guys, and how like a lot of things are turning. And it's quite interesting because actually the SACP, they are going to contest now, right? Remember they said they're going to contest elections separately. Gwede Mantase, they're enjoying the benefits of being ministers. I don't think they are happy with those decisions, by the way. So, and you know, Gwede has been very, very influential in the ANC. Very influential. Some kingmaker, they're making moves, making presidents. So, I don't know how he feels about the SACP contesting different and doing their own things, because I didn't know they're saying no, they're gonna do their own thing. I don't know I don't necessarily think he agrees. I think that's part of the reasons why they've sort of removed him. It could be maybe the reason why he's not attending their meetings is because he doesn't agree with the things that they are doing, because of course he's eating there, he's happy. All right, let's get right into it. So I'm going to play the clip of Dr. Ndlozi. Here it is.
And then the South African Communist Party kote Gwede Mantase. Gwede Mantase was a communist when it was not fashionable to be a communist. He was a communist in the 1980s when you could be killed for being a communist. He misses the meetings of the party. They show him the door. At least now I never suspend.
So that was Dr. Ndlozi. As you see, he's also laughing. So it's quite interesting, but let's get into the article. It says that the South African Communist Party has confirmed that the ANC National Chairperson Gwede Mantase is no longer a member of its Central Committee after missing multiple meetings without an apology. I think not Gwede, if he was going to miss the messages, he could have just said, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not going to make it, I'm held up in a meeting or something like that. However, the party clarified that Mantashe remains a member of the SACP. Speaking at a media briefing in Joburg on Sunday, SACP First Deputy General Secretary Madala Masuka said Mantashe was removed due to non-compliance with the party's constitutional requirements. Yes, it's true that Comrade Gwede Mantase is not part of the Central Committee anymore, but he's still a member of the party. He explained that the SACP constitution states that members of the Central Committee who fail to attend more than 3 consecutive meetings without valid reasons or a formal apologies are disqualified from continuing in their roles. Comrade Mantashe consistently missed meetings. When spoken to, he explained he was dealing with a complex situation within the ANC. Arrogant, Gwede. We understood that, but the issue was that he was not sending any apologies exactly. Hence, he could have just said, I'm sorry, I can't make it, or something like that. He added that the party made attempts to persuade Mantashe to stay engaged, but the efforts were unsuccessful. Even after several attempts to persuade him, there was no change. As a party, so they persuaded him to stay engaged, and he like the attempts were unsuccessful. I think Gwede is done with the SACP. Maybe he's leaving it for ANC. I mean, no Gwede, but anyway. Sebeke enough. Even after several attempts to persuade him, there was no change. As a party, we are taught to respect the collective. There's definitely beef there. Do you hear those underlining statements? As a party, we are taught to respect the Gwede Mantase usile ke ndiyamas. Yomntu omdala kuthiwa usile. But then une arrogance. So of course, no uthi ndithe kone ndibhizi ndidilishana nento ze-country up nina nindibizela meetings. I don't have time for that. Because he did not honor that principle, the Central Committee had no choice but to release him so that he could focus on his responsibilities in the broader liberation movement. The SACP said that Mantashe's roles as ANC National Chairperson and Minister of Mineral and Petroleum Resources within the government of national unity leave him with little time. He has a lot of challenges in the liberation movement and in government. Let's give him that space. But this was not a political purge. We don't operate like that. The decision to remove Mantashe comes amid growing tensions between the SACP and its long ally. Exactly. I think Gwede Mantase is definitely choosing ANC over the SACP. Funny enough, he's there because of the SACP. I beg to. The SACP recently confirmed that it will be contesting the 2026 local government elections independently and will not support the ANC. And bazgo Gwede bazawuthini bezi ministers kwi-ANC ngenxa so iparty yabo xa contesta separately. In fact, bekufanele xa iparty yabo isithi we are cutting ties, bakhatha ties nabo pha ku-ministerial positions, but of course they will never do that. The party has been openly critical of the ANC's decisions to enter into a GNU with the Democratic Alliance, which the SACP argues does not operate or does not represent the interest of black South Africans and the working class. And they ask, so of course they really don't care about principle or wara, they don't care. According to reports, Mantashe removal was influenced by broader... Yes, I definitely agree. According to reports, Mantashe's removal was influenced by broader disagreements over ideology and definitely. Over disagreements over ideology and electoral strategy. I definitely agree. Mantashe is comfortable enough, of course. Even when they were disagreeing about the fact that the ANC is gonna join, is gonna work with the DA. I'm sure he was quiet, Mantashe, because he was eating. He didn't care if Basi was in a DA because he knew that he was going to get a position. However, the SACP has insisted that his dismissal was pure procedural, or we know that they're lying. On Saturday, the SACP General Secretary, Solima Pale, criticized the ANC's arrogance and failure to take the alliance seriously. Speaking at the Central Committee meeting in Braamfontein, Mampile said the decision to contest elections independently was made at the party's National Congress and is irreversible, even by him or by the Central Committee. We had an opportunity to manage things differently, but the ANC was arrogant. Even in meetings, they didn't take our proposals seriously, Mampile said. He said the SACP had been pushing for a reconfiguration of the alliance with the ANC and COSATU since 2019, calling for more equal, respectful partnership, but these calls were repeatedly ignored. They accused us of trying to destroy the ANC just because we wanted to change how we work together. That shows they weren't serious about the alliance. Mapaila admitted that contesting elections will be financially challenges, definitely. Contesting is definitely cost a lot of money. We don't have money, and that's the reality, but we will still run. The people will respond to this challenge. We will focus on community-based campaigns. He said the Communist Party remains optimistic that support from working class communities will help the SACP make electoral gains even without significant funding. Well, let me also, okay, that's what they say. I think there's definitely more underlying issues that is making them not see eye to eye. And of course, Gwede is eating pie. Yeah, Gwede is eating pie. So maybe ngasoze bathethe into iva naye because uyatyapa. So yeah, guys, let me play this last clip where they were speaking. I think everything that they were saying in this clip that I'm about to attach, by the way, I've already read it. But let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think. Politics inzima, guys, especially politics these times. I don't know about inzima politics because we've taken interest to it now, or politics has just always been like this. Hey, politics dichinchile, guys, dichinchile.
It's true that Comrade Gwede Mantase is not in the Central Committee anymore, but is a member of the party. And the reason why he's out of the Central Committee is because there's a constitutional clause that says members of the Central Committee cannot absent themselves consistently, like in more than 3 consecutive meetings. So he continued to do that, and then, of course, when we talked to him verbally, he did indicate the situation that was in, and you understand it as well, that he had to actually assist the complex situation that the ANC was dealing with. But one thing that actually led to that, the key one, is the fact that he wasn't sending apologies. So even after being persuaded, so the Central Committee was left without no option, but to say we do understand yes the challenges that he's having, but one of the basic things of members of the Communist Party that are taught is to respect collectives where they are. So the fact that he didn't do that, in principle, we'll have to actually excuse him so that you go and do the work that is actually carrying out within the liberation movement. Let's give him that space. He's got a lot of challenges in the liberation movement. He's got a lot of challenges in government. So it was just on the basis of that. Thanks.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Izipolo Belwana. Please subscribe to this channel, and please support the host. Let's meet in the comment section. Let me know if we think that the SACP removing Gwede is a good move. A part of me think it is weird. I feel like Gwede, he was just there negotiating for himself. He's never cared about the SACP because he's had powers. He was close to presidents, but for the longest time they didn't get much. They didn't get much out of the ANC in terms of equality, and he could have influenced that. I just feel like he when he started getting ministerial positions and stuff, he forgot that he was a member of the SACP, and maybe he thought now he's a member of the ANC. Anyway, let me know what you think. I'm always willing to learn. I'll see you guys on the next one. Aluta continua until the next time.